Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Anika Singh and today we are discussing the most advanced feature in Power BI and we frequently asked by the interviewer the questions from this topic only. So which is row level security. So let's start with the video. So the first question we have, what is RLS? This is the RLS, which stands for row level security. It's a feature we have in Power BI that restricts access to specific data rows based on user roles. It ensures that users only see the data that is relevant to them, enhancing data security by controlling who can view certain information within a report or dashboard. It means that, for example, suppose we are working in an organization, and in organization usually we have multiple teams like sales team, marketing teams, and finance team. So, but all the data is not relevant for the every team. Like we are we are having. Suppose we are is a manufacturing company, and there is a sales team who has monthly target that this is the target we have for the month and you have to complete these target within a month only, and this is the cost, this is the revenue we are targeting, and this is the profit percentage we are targeting. So these are the KPIs and this is the relevant information for the sales team only. So this is the relevant data for the season only, as I said. So this is not the relevant for the marketing team and the HR team or the finance team. So here we use RLS, which is row level security. So let's move forward with the so uh, where and how we can use row level security in Power BI. So start with it. Row-level security in Power BI controls which data a user can see based on rules we define. It works by filtering data at the row level, meaning users only access the rows of data they are permitted to see. This is achieved by creating security roles and assigning specific filters to those roles. When a user views a report, Power BI checks their role and applies the corresponding filters, ensuring they only see the data intended for them. This helps maintain data privacy and ensures that sensitive information is only accessible to the right people. So, in short, as I said earlier, and as I said earlier with an example, like multiple tables we have in organization and the data is not relevant for the every team. Like as I said earlier with the example, like sales team have a target, so the target data will be relevant for the sales team only. So, and we are defining a specific role, like specific role for the sales team only. So, here we are using the row level security, and this is how row level security works in Power BI. Like we are defining the roles, and after defining the role, we are implementing the roles as per their role, and after when we implemented the rules on the roles, so Power BI checks their role and applies the corresponding filters. Like we are permitted to see the sales team the target data only. So this is the filter condition we have implemented, and Power BI checks it up with their role and provide the data to see them. So this is how we use RLS in Power BI. So let's move forward. So this is the types of RLS we have. There are two main types of RLS we have: static one and the dynamic RLS. So as per their names, we have static one. Static means which is Static means which is has the same state in all the situation and in all the process. So this is where the access rules are predefined and don't change dynamically. Specific roles are created with fixed filter condition and users are assigned to these roles to control what data they can see. So this means that we are defining the conditions like filter conditions. For example, uh, we have a particular sales representative and he can see the data of the monthly target we which is he has which is assigned by the manager of their say of that sales representative. So he can see the data only. He can see that data only, that he has this monthly target and he have to achieve it with this time frame. So this is the static RLS. The dynamic is vulnerable, like it will change as per the rules and as per the conditions we have implemented with the text functions. As these said, as it is said, the definition of dynamic RLS, such as this approach uses stack functions to dynamically filter data based on the logged in user's information, such as their username or email. It's more flexible as it automatically adjusts the data visibility based on the user's attribute. As I said, dynamic RLS will be implemented as per the username or email addresses of the users and their roles. As we know that there are four types of roles we have in Power BI service. So Power BI checks the roles of the user and the username and email address of the user and provide the data to the user as per their role and their username. So the static and dynamic implementation, how we can implement these two RLS, I will be covered in the next video. So for this video, we will move forward. So this is the best practices we have of RLS in Power BI, like what are the prerequisites we have to implement and we have to keep in mind before and after implementing the RLS, such as define clear roles. As I said earlier, set up specific roles that match user needs, ensuring each role has access only to the relevant data. Like the sales team have the relevant information of the targets access only. Test it thoroughly. Like when we have implemented the RLS, so we always have to test RLS settings with different user roles to ensure they work as expected and only the correct data is visible. Like for example, we have implemented the RLS on the marketing team and any particular marketing representative. And by mistake, we have implemented the RLS on the different marketing representative with a different data. So, before providing the access to the end user, firstly we have to test RLS settings for the best end user experience and for the time saving and easy to understand the data. So next one is the use dynamic RLS. As we know that dynamic RLS have been implemented on the basis of the user's name and email addresses. So it will be more flexible as compared to static one because it has less chances of getting mistakes by the user because we are implementing the data. We have implemented the RLS on the data on the user's name only. So okay, next one is the keep it simple. As we know that already this feature of in Power BI is already a complicated one. So when when we are implementing the RLS, so we have to keep it simple to reduce the errors and make the setup easier to manage and maintain. Like in static one, we have to provide the conditions, conditions, and sometimes as per the role there are many conditions we have to implement it. So when we are implementing the RLS, so always we have to keep a comment to provide the end user, provide the end user or any other person which is exploring the data and exploring the RLS we have implemented, so he or she can understand easily. Document your setup. Maintain clear documentation of your RLS implementation for future reference and easy troubleshooting. As I said earlier, when we are implementing the RLS, which is a complicated feature of Power BI, so we have always put a comment or make a Word file or a Notepad file for providing the other user what RLS we have implemented into the report for the future reference. So this is the best practices we have for RLS which we have to keep in mind. So let's move forward with the video. This is the real world use cases we have. As I mentioned earlier, the sales team example. The another one is the financial reporting. In a company, different departments can have access to only their respective financial data, such as budgets and expenses, preventing unauthorized access to other departments' financial information. So this is one of the case of RLS. Another one is the customer data for organizations handling customer information. RLS allows customer service agents to view only the data of customers they are assigned to and protecting customer privacy. Uh, this is the example. For example, we are analyzing the data of a and call center and as we know that a particular representative has assigned to multiple customers and the those customers information that a representative has only. So in this case we can implement the RLS that we have a table with multiple customers record, but we wanted to implement the RLS like this particular representative can see that particular customer's data only. So this is the real world use case we have of the customer's data. Uh, this is the end of the video. Thank you for watching my video. And for the future and for the next video, I will be cover the types of RLS and how we can implement and how we can test those two RLS. So I will be cover these topics in the next video. Thank you everyone.